Has it been a difficult journey to get to this point where you're open to talk about it?
It took me probably about 6 months I was kind of in denial. It's almost like I was grieving losing my hair. My hair was kind of my trademark, and it's my identity as a female. And I remember my husband saying it's just hair. But to women, it's everything. And the first 6 months to a year, it was very difficult. But I took the leap of faith, and when I started to lose my hair, I was open to my students and to my players, and I said, hey, I'm losing my hair. I'm going to be looking a little bit different, wearing headbands, doing all these different things. And then I started to research alopecia a little bit more and found a community and really got connected with the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. And that's when I kind of decided to define it. And I got involved fundraising and just bringing awareness to alopecia because so many people just look at me and say, she has cancer, what treatment is she going through? And I don't want the first thing to look at me as negative. And it's not always negative because they do care, but I want them to think of, oh, they might have alopecia, or looking at the positive aspects. And so, like I said, I still have some bad days. We're just human.
Right, we all do.
But I have more good days than bad, and fighting through it and bringing awareness is my ultimate mission now.
Have there been parts of the journey that have surprised you? Have there been reactions to people that have surprised you?
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to actually speak in front of my staff, our staff at Springfield, and I talked about my journey. And I had several different people say thank you for opening up, because they were going through their own battle, their own journey, and it allowed them to realize that they're not alone. I'm very open. I've decided to be very open about the journey on social media, and people are just very appreciative of me being open, because it's very difficult. And it's difficult for me to open up, but I know that if I can help one person through my journey, then I'm doing exactly what I hope to.
Where does that strength come from?
My mom, my dad, my husband, my family. They've just been, the unconditional support that they have given me has allowed me to continue on through this journey. My mom and my dad have been the shoulder to cry on, have been there through thick and thin my entire life. My mom is a very strong female, has been one of my biggest role model of my life. And I'm just very fortunate to have two parents who just will do anything for me and will love me regardless, unconditional positive regard. My husband, my kids, my daughter always asks me, Mommy, where's your hair? My youngest one, and I'll say, oh, I'm gonna put it on later. But my oldest, who has seen me gone through the transition, has just tells me I'm beautiful regardless. And that to me is why I'm a mom. I get to teach my daughter about the inner beauty, and hair doesn't matter and physical appearance doesn't matter. And I get to teach that to them young, so when they see other people, see their physical differences, they're not judging. And that's the exciting part of motherhood.
You have two young daughters. You also have many surrogate daughters on your
Yes.
volleyball team. Is it a different type of message you have to send to a teenage audience?
No, it's the same exact thing. They just happen to be different ages. Being a teenager right now, teenage I think is the toughest years of your life. They're very self-conscious. They're very egotistical. They're just so focused on their own little world, and I want to open up that world into a bigger bubble as much as possible. Because I went through the self-conscious stage until I was 25, and then this happens. And I just want to, I'm open and honest with them as much as I am with my kids, because I want them to be, have that self-conscious, believing in themselves and knowing that mentally, that mental toughness will get them so much further in life.
You know, we call this series No Days Off. I think a lot of casual fans understand the commitment maybe for basketball and football coaches, but it's no different for a volleyball coach either.
Absolutely not. I mean, I get to see these girls in the classroom. I am constantly on them about being a student athlete and representing Springfield as a community, getting the grades in the classroom, as well as competing on the court. But it's so much more than that. It's the hundreds of hours of community service that they serve, that they volunteer. It's preparing them right in off season of summer camps to tournaments to, because if you're not doing it, then you're doing a dishonor to your kids. But you obviously don't do it for the money. You do it for the love of the game. And it doesn't matter what sport you're in. It's that commitment and that passion that allows you to fight every day and do what you do every day.
You mentioned community service. Do you get a bigger kick out of seeing your kids complete a community service project than completing the perfect spike?
Oh, absolutely. Over the years, community service has become a core value of our program. And when they're saying, Coach, I want to do that again. Coach, that was absolutely amazing. Coach, can we do this, this, and this? And that's what it's about. I was talking with my principal, and it's more about the winning off the court than the winning on the court. Seeing these girls become women through my program, and it's not just what happens on the court, it's what they're doing in their community, what they're doing in the classroom. That's going to fully enable them to be strong women after high school, after college.
What are the other core values, and how have those core values evolved through your coaching time?
Our core values are heart, character, and community, and it says nothing about winning, it says nothing about physical skill. It's about having the passion for whatever you are committed to. It's about having the character that is exemplified on a daily basis of representing Springfield and the community and yourself. And then obviously a community of giving back to the community that gives so much to us. We're very fortunate to live in Springfield community and work in Springfield district of a community that's just a family. We are a bigger district, but we're a small town, and we will do anything for each other, and we want to make sure we're giving back at all times.